Thank God say
they have insisted that there will be no going back. Give me more time. While his lieutenants continue to threaten Nigerians, read this, share it. Peter Obi as well is taking a legal action against Bekunde Onanuga, 70-year-old social media assistant to Thiefnubu, for linking him to the upcoming national or nationwide protest in Nigeria. There's going to be an eventful days ahead. Read this, share it. Atiku has added his own voice. He has thrown his own weight behind this nationwide protest. Arewa, Arewa, Arewa. They have insisted that there will be no going back. So much tonight. In the midst of all of this Rogbodion, the Central Bank of Nigeria has increased the interest rate again to fight inflation. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you as you are tuning in, joining us tonight. It is Maiyegun Live. An update from what is going on in Nigeria, as well as a little bit of expose on those who are threatening you today, who they were before now. Nigerians are mobilizing, raising awareness on what is called the upcoming nationwide protests against bad governance in Nigeria. Hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. Those who used to be serial protesters, they are now those in government, and they have now criminalized protests. Today, Thiefnubu sent his Minister of Misinformation to go plead with you. You didn't elect him, so he doesn't really have to talk to you. So he sent his minister to go talk to you that this your protest has been politicized. Terrorists and all that have hijacked it even before it starts. So you should give him time, be patient. Okay? He has heard you that you are complaining. Don't worry, he's working on it. But there is something we need to do tonight. Especially when this guy, Dada Olusegun, is the special assistant to Thiefnubu on social media matter. It was that guy who wanted to be youth leader of APC. Since Thiefnubu's government is filled with people who have been compensated, these guys are not appointed to work for any betterment of Nigeria. You see, he said, those who want to burn the country down under whatever guise will meet the strongest resistance of their lives. Not from security agencies, but from the silent majority that gave their mandate to President Thiefnubu for years. When you are looking for the textbook definition of voluntary slaves, sophisticated moron, even humbled slave, is a textbook definition of that. As a typical Nigerian, who are always angry, patriotically angry, whenever they are not part of those who are sharing the largesse of the public, then you will think, these guys must love Nigeria so much. There are many like them right now amongst you who are so angry with Nigeria right now. So angry. Look at Nigeria. These people, we must fight. We must kill ourselves. Yeah. But guess what? Just like this guy. What they are actually looking for is an opportunity to be part and parcel. Now, there's something I want to quickly remind us of, especially those of you that did not begin to show interest in the Nigeria politics until the 2023 charade dragged you into it, and you've come to know so much. Do you know that to some extent, especially those of you who are not obedient, but you solidly kind of love what the obedients are doing, but once in a while you will be like, come on, this thing self, this obedience self, like say they overdo am. I agree. Be like say this obedience self, they no get respect. Be like say this obedience self, that they how come? They no get joy, this or that. But do you know something? Whatever you see disobedience do today, it's not up to 10% of what the Thiefnubu and his gang did. You see all this hatred that you are seeing today, it is because they are still politically relevant, and that is why all this hatred, division you are witnessing today is so high. But you need to see all these Thiefnubu Abobakus in 2012, 2013 and on. Good luck, Egberejo Lantern saw Shege in their hands. Protest was more or less like, do or die, we'll die here. I've shown you videos of Thiefnubu where he was encouraging people to go and take Jonathan out. That was how far they went. But you see this guy that is threatening you because you want to protest today? Look at him. He looks so different, Abi. Within a year, see, he looks better a bit, Abi. Now let's go back to who this guy was under similar but different situation. Yeah, similar but different in the sense that Nigerians were lamenting and complaining in 2012. How can you remove subsidy and increase fuel subsidy, fuel price to 125 naira from 87 naira? Now civil war would die. There's nothing they didn't call Jonathan. Egberejo Lantern. Here was this guy around that time. Look at his face. Can you see the difference? See the difference? This is the face of a typical suffering and smiling, struggling Nigerian. But somehow still feels like, I'm still better. I mean, I'm still better off. These were public outrage against Goodluck Egberejo Lantern's government. And the plan to protest against hardship in 2012, when a dollar was 145 naira to a dollar, as well as, in fact, 125 naira to a dollar. Okay. And a liter of petroleum was 67 naira per liter. Now, my name is Shegun Dada. I'm a Nigerian. I have a right to protest, and I will use it when I want to. You don't have a right to discourage me. Bit by bit, they are taking away from us the right to protest, the right to hear our grievances. Let's reject it vehemently. Gage is a fool and an idiot. We will protest. Yes, we will. Wake up, people. Let go. Gage is a fool, an idiot. Then there is this one where he said, when peaceful change is impossible, violent change becomes inevitable. We protest peacefully and you throw us tear gas, prepare for war. This was 12 years ago. Same guy. If you get paid 1K to be part of pro-subsidy protest and you live on the outskirts of Abuja after spending 500 on TP, transport, what is next? I led the first ever student protest in my high school. Covers face. In a sane country, National Association of Nigerian Students will be calling for massive protests in all parts of the country by now, but no. If you sit in your homes and monitor protests via Twitter, our blood will be on your hands. Come out and fight for yourself. I suggest we protest against this poor service and occupy their head office. This was D.O. Olusegun. In fact, before this, it was also on social media where he publicly admitted ACN is a shop set up by Bola Thiefnubu. He is a corrupt man. He is just a man covered with deceit. He can't deceive me though. November 2011. And today, 23rd of July 2024. You see the difference? You go tell this one, say Nigeria no better. Can you tell him that Nigeria is not working? From this to this. He probably have some houses he's built for himself too within that 1 year. It is the same guy that was crying when they told him to step down for Gbenduikun, that you're Israel.
My name is Dada Olusegun. I hereby withdraw from nomination for the office of National Youth Leader of our great party. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The great you.
So he's been compensated with the position of special assistant to Thiefnubu on Twitter matter. He shared the same position with Onanuga, a thief, former news agency of Nigeria thief. How many of you know that? That Onanuga is a thief. Hi. Anyway, long story. That's not what we want to talk about tonight. Okay? But go and read about Bekunde Onanuga. Okay, you won't see that. Just say Bayo Onanuga. News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, scam or scandal. Go and read about it. How the Were deceived the people that they were organizing something like an anniversary, okay, for News Agency of Nigeria. And they decided raising money. When they now raised money from politicians, from everyone, over 100 million naira raised. They said Onanuga, being the director of NAN or something then, right? He just sacked the committee put together that raised the money. And nobody heard about the money again. Not even the anniversary. Gone. Anyway, if you are not a criminal or you have a questionable character, you cannot, for any reason, be around Thiefnubu. Go and check everybody around him. All of them. No single one, no exception. All of them. These are a bunch of strange bedfellows. The only thing they have in common is that they will get a bread from the master as long as they can cover his nakedness. They are shameless. So if you see this one now, this time he was angry. against Nigeria, it was not on the table. You see the message, it's different. You see the face, it's different. Now, look at the message now. Look at the face. You don't do okay. If you say Nigeria is not working, now you, Nigeria, know they work for. For him, Nigeria is working perfectly well. Everything is fine. Right? Everything is fine. These guys were monsters. In 2010, 2011, 2012, Jesus, these guys were monsters. They were able to deceive Nigerians. They were able to deceive Nigerians that Goodluck Ebere Jonathan was so worse. But they said to themselves, all they wanted was just to have access to power, and Jonathan allowed them. So they are not really sorry. But well, recently, Fayewo of Ekiti even make the public confession. This was how, as they had many Nigerians, gullible, many gullible Nigerians that believed them and their lies, even though the Lagos they were using as example was a total failure then too, right? But the gullible ones just felt like these guys they will be better. They will have a better country. And they are now laughing at you. In case if you join them, if they are calling you now to come and defend them, well, you can go. But guess what? Those who are going to have you defend what is going to kill you, they will cash out later. Indeed. And what will happen to you? 12 years after occupying Nigeria, see the beneficiaries. We know the truth.
Know what adversarial politics breeds. Adversarial politics always breeds.
That's confession, no? How they brought about adversarial politics. When politics turn to, you are my enemy. If you don't believe, if you don't agree with me, you are my enemy. In fact, for being my enemy, you are enemy of the people. For being enemy of the people, you are enemy of Nigeria. So it practically just make it like we versus you, no longer about ideas, no longer about what they want to do. No. It's about you have to hate yourselves. And they invented that. No joke, they invented it. Listen to the confession of one of their leaders, the Ronukus.
Know what adversarial politics breeds. Adversarial politics always breeds division and enmity. Even when what President Jonathan is doing, which 10 or so years after, all the political parties in this country agreed with. They even put it in their manifesto. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. We in ACN at the time we in ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir. But it is all politics. And that is why we must ensure that everybody is a critical stakeholder by stopping this winner-takes-all electoral approach and embrace consensus-driven politics. Let the manifesto of PDP be put on the table. Let the manifesto of APC be put on the table. Let the manifesto of Labour be put on the table. Let's have a synthesis of what is in the overall interest of Nigeria, and then select those who would pilot the program alongside the president from all the critical constituencies. That is how to make Nigeria work, in my view. If we get there, we would have succeeded. Thank you. Know what adversarial policy.
Nuisance, Lele.
They've destroyed lives. They've destroyed future of so many people, right? Because what they have invented is no longer going away. It is no longer going away. Now they are complaining that people, what do you call it? People are tearing them apart. They are sad that they have a set of Nigerians who can match them madness for madness. So much that they started complaining of a cyberbullying. People in government complaining of cyberbullying. The citizens they have oppressed. The citizens that they have economically ruined. Then those who did that are complaining of cyberbullying. But you all need to go back and see what this guy did. It was horrible. It was unbelievable. They went as far as going to the US to persuade the Democrat Party of Obama in America to stop the supply of weapons to Nigeria in battling with Boko Haram. These guys were so evil that they defended Boko Haram. Go on and read about what APC said about Boko Haram. That Jonathan was the one killing Northerners. There was nothing called Boko Haram. Yeah. They were even seeking amnesty for Boko Haram under Jonathan. This APC, Egbe. So that's why majority of us are not really surprised that when Boko Haram became your president, the first thing he did was to secretly open what he called Operation Safe Corridor, a repentant rehabilitation scheme for terrorists. As long as they say they have repented, then that's it. No legal trial or anything. You just go back and just pretend that nothing happened. This terrorist and jihadist party called APC, Al-Qaeda People's Congress. So now they've criminalized even talking or speaking out against their corrupt government. So he sent his minister of misinformation, to tell all of you that he heard you. Who will remand.
We also discussed the issue of the country generally, and Mr. President has asked me to again inform Nigerians that he listens to them, especially the young people that are trying to protest. Mr. President is listening to them. He takes what they say seriously and is working assiduously to ensure that this country is good, not just for today, but also for the future. The issue of the planned protest, Mr. President does not see any need for that. He's asked them to shelve that plan. He's asked them to await government's response to all their pleas. He has listened to them, like I said, and a lot is happening. Only today, the National Assembly has expeditiously passed the new national minimum wage. You can see how the president is working. It was transmitted only yesterday. Today, it has been passed. A lot of other interventions that the president has also put in place are also going to be looked at expeditiously in the interest of Nigeria. So there's no need for strike. The young people out there should listen to the president and allow the president more time to see to the realization.
Nuisance, Lele.
You see the way he's talking? I can show you up to 6 different videos of this guy using that same line. The president has heard you. He's a father, he's a father, he's concerned. And that is why he has now shared rice. He said he should give all of you rice. Another one, Mr. President is very concerned. He heard you. He said he heard you. But this is the way he's talking there. He said, just so all these young people that are, is it the young people that want to protest? Oh, tell them that Mr. President said they should shove it. Okay? Tell them they should forget it. All right? You can see that Mr. President is working and all of that, okay? Right. Even if you look at the National Assembly, they have passed the 70,000 minimum wage, so you can know that Mr. President is the way he's working. So tell all the young people that, that Mr. President says, shove it. Want to massacre Bakaba. But see, we go still talk. Inside DC, we go to sweat when the whole thing starts now. That one where they talk like, say, you will see. You will see. Well, the pressure, or how they try to kind of make it look right now is that the protest is being sponsored by those who don't like Thiefnubu. Yesterday, the Bekunde Onanuga, the long throats, 70-year-old personal assistant to Thiefnubu on social media matter. That is Bekunde Onanuga, that man, yeah? So he was out there yesterday, and he just dropped it like it was official. Presidency, the entire Thiefnubu, everybody agreed that this protest, they said, go and tell them that now Obi, they will organize them. Like, why would you even do that? Eh? And Obi too, that one just said, no, I'm not the one, no. And if you don't go and apologize and retract that statement in 72 hours, you don't give them 3 days. In 72 hours, I'm going to sue you. 5 billion naira. Where Onanuga wants 5 billion? Eh? And I hope it doubles down, okay? Because you know the place is a lawless place anyway, right? So what do you call it? Obi's lawyers, they have now written to Onanuga. We have been briefed and our services retained by Mr. Peter Obi, whom we shall hear after referred to as our client, and upon whose specific instructions this correspondence is founded. Our client's attention has been drawn to a widely circulated and damaging publication titled, Revealed, Peter Obi's supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy, that was published on your verified X, formerly Twitter handle, Onanuga 1956. On the 20th of July 2024 at about 8:54 a.m. This publication was also circulated on various social media platforms, including X, WhatsApp, Facebook, as well as various online and print media such as Vanguard News. Peter Obi should be held responsible for planned nationwide protest. Onanuga, Vanguard News. Vanguard. Obi's supporters, IPOB, behind planned nationwide protest. Onanuga insists. Vanguard News. Presidency plotting to arrest Peter Obi. Media office alleges. Punch newspaper. The Cable. Peter Obi's supporters behind planned nationwide protest. Onanuga alleges. This day. Presidency. Obi's supporters sponsoring planned protest. This day. Tribune. Peter Obi's supporters planning nationwide protests. Onanuga. Tribune. Leadership. Peter Obi should be held responsible for planned August 1 anti-hunger protest. Onanuga. Leadership. Presidency. Obi trade wars over planned hardship protests. Channels. 2. Our client was minded to ignore the false and malicious campaign of calumny regarding it as the vituperation of one who prefers to express their opinion over understanding, or that of a scoffer who, converted by a lady fool, tries to convert others to foolishness. But as the good book says, answering a fool's stupid words will make one look foolish, but not answering will make them think they are smart. Proverbs 26:7. In order not to have our client's silence misconstrued as acquiescence or admission, our client saw a need to set the records straight. The central theme of your referred statement from an unbiased and objective examination thereof is that our client is an anarchist who, whilst working in consonance with terrorist groups, has championed the mobilization of several nationwide protests in a bitter and undemocratic bid to usurp the federal government policy as restitution for failure at the 2023 presidential elections. Our clients deny the entirety of the falsehood contained in this said publication and insist that there is no modicum of truth in the allegations preferred against him in your published statement that has since gone viral on the internet and its various social media platforms. So the prayers. Osha long, Igosha, sure you get. So consequently, we have our client's mandate to demand that you retract the statement made in the publication and tender an unreserved apology to him within 72 hours of the receipt of this letter in not less than 4 national dailies, to wit, Vanguard, This Day, Punch, and The Cable, including your verified X handle, A. Onanuga, 1956. Our client also is making an unequivocal demand for monetary damage of 5 billion naira only for the embarrassment your defamatory publication has caused him and his family. Take note that in the event of your failure to meet the demand set out above, our client shall be constrained to approach a court of competent jurisdiction and take legal action against you for defamation and libel. Be advised accordingly. While looking forward to your response, accept the assurances of our highest esteem. Yours faithfully, Alex Ejesieme. Somebody says something on it, right? Why would they even make this kind of allegation in the first place other than just a dog whistle? Seriously.
There's absolutely no truth to it. And let me start by saying that oftentimes when those who speak for Mr. President do, they forget that they must be keen on doing great service, not only to the presidency, not only to Mr. President, but to the nation. I have always said that truth is the pristine street in the city called brotherhood. There is absolutely no truth in what Maiyegun by Onanuga had written. And let me also say that opposition is the pristine boulevard in the city called patriotism. You cannot expect to have a country without critical opposition. And Ayo, wonder about this, and this is for the viewers to ponder. P2B allegedly lost an election last February. He did not call the people out to protest. Through the period of the judicial process, he did not call the people out to protest. It's a year and months after that he would sit back to ask the people to protest. There's something even the greatest critic of Peter Gregory Obi would say. He's a man of peace. He loves due process. And at some point, you can bear me witness, I called him out about certain issues, and I said he was allowing so many things to go wrong, even at the level of the party, because he wants peace and due process. And that same Peter Gregory Obi is one by Onanuga is trying to rope in a process that is absolutely within the purview of the Gen Z generation. And let me show you something. If there's anybody stoking the fire or stoking the embers of conflict and crisis, it is by Onanuga. When you use words like you noted, anarchy, when you use words like overawing the words that overawe the system, when you use words like planning mayhem, when the young people are talking about peaceful protestation, then there's something that we must be wary about. And that's why I want to say clearly that Mr. President must understand that those who truly love him are those who are critical of his watch. I know that the Holy Book says that open rebuke is better than strict love. Those who truly love him are those who are critical about how his watch is going. Those who are sycophants, who pat his back when things are going wrong, are the haters of not only the president, haters of the presidency, and haters of our country. When I read through what Bayo Onanuga wrote, I wondered how much hate he has for Mr. President and not love. Because you are, don't forget, and I say without fear of querulous critics, that the cliche, when a man is down, he needs fear no fall, is true. And if Bayo Onanuga understands this reality and understands what this Gen Z generation is facing, if he understands this reality and understands that when you go to the market, you need 10,000 naira to buy an average tuber of yam, when he understands that this Gen Z generation are aware of what goes on around government, that over $100 million was spent in purchase of a presidential aircraft when roads, connecting roads to the farms and the villages are not well and are not good. When you understand the fact that they are out of school and they are through with youth service and there's no job. When you understand the fact that the Nigerian hoi polloi is buffeted, traumatized, tyrannized, and harangued by hunger, poverty, disease, and despondency. When you understand that the shortage of food and the spiraling rate of inflation affects everybody, when you understand that hunger, disease, and despondency is beyond ethnicity, when you understand that the challenge facing the Nigerian people is beyond partisanship, he would write nicely and seek to create a better environment for negotiation and perhaps dialogue with those who are. There's absolutely no truth to it. And let me.
Thank you. So they are like sinking ship that is now clogging to a straw, where they are sinking, or drowning people are clogging to a straw, or holding on to anybody they can drag with them, blaming everyone but themselves. In the process, also trying to incite ethnic, tribal hatred, war, divisions, and all of that stuff. Get people busy, fighting themselves over tribe, this and that. Well, it's been working for them before now. They are just about to find out if that is still potent or not, right? Today, I'm coming back to this, okay? Today, he sent his wife, Remi Werepe, that is a rat. She was sent to the National Assembly. I don't know, maybe for photo up of what have you, but I find it so cringy in time like this. Or somehow, there must be more to it. So I'm going to leave it in the diary. Let's go see.
Easy.
I'm big chairman. They never put me in any parliament for 12 years. And you see, ECOWAS invited me.
I want to move those chairs so that you stand there.
Where?
This,
oh, we don't promote.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think before, now here we stay. Now here we stay.
Welcome back, ma. Welcome back, ma. Alafia, ma. Elamo.
If I'm not visiting for that, I will stay in the center. Flag has to be here. It's not flag of the. Is it now national?
It's my money. It's my money. Don't know. Flag want to buy. Hey, my man.
I said if you do a lot of this for AJ, are we good?
Yes, ma'am.
Debo,
Yes, ma'am.
good?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent, ma'am.
I got a shake.
Can I do that? Opportunity to come once.
He has to come. He's taking care of me for the past 12 years. You want him to come? No, he can stay beside you.
Okay.
He can stay beside. He just wanted to. He's been taking care of me for up till now.
Excellent. I'm well known. Thank you so much.
Always a phone call you. No, I'm glad that I could come here. Yes? A lot of. Yes, they look tacky and used and all that.
Yeah, she will fix it herself. She will bring food for us.
We thank God.
She wants to come. 8:45. Ojo,
because I don't think they are.
Madam.
I said, even the president, I'm recording the message for his because my love, who are you? Come if I go find something.
That is rats, and then your senators. The Teresa Mendoza, Abuja, has no real mission in that place, or there could be a real mission that she came to deliver on behalf of, I don't know, but something is just not so right there. Okay. And then you saw your senators. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. And then they're taking the toys like, let me come. I mean, I was here for 12 years. Remember? Anyway, they recorded the video and they uploaded it on social media, and I got a hold of it. So talking about the violence that they are trying to threaten you with, I keep saying that the real people behind any violence that will take place in any peaceful protest, as it's been planned, will be the violence from the Thiefnubu and his gang. And they are not just mobilized. I mean, if you have heard that, when you see their police, when you see the army and their guns and all of that stuff, don't panic, don't worry, and all of that, they won't shoot, blah, blah, blah. We've heard that here, right? So Thiefnubu's gang, who have their own army, the Agberos, the motor packet out, the homeless, the Alumajiris and all of that they can get. So they are already recruiting, okay, violent. They are already recruiting poor people that they can unleash on you as we speak. And Femi Falano actually had this to say on channels this afternoon concerning those who are trying to say, hey, but the NSAS, the NSAS violence was orchestrated and initiated and funded by the same criminal APC, especially Thiefnubu.
There wasn't a notice given by young people before embarking on the NSAS protest. I've followed the debate and the concern of the government, or the worry of the government. The government has not denied the right of Nigerians to protest for or against the government, because that is a constitutional right. But what I think the government is worried about is the possibility that violence might occur. Again, from my experience, in protests. I mean, I've taken part in protests for over 40 years in the country. Young people or workers have never gone out determined to engage in violence all the time. Violence had always occurred going back to the 70s when students are shot, unarmed students are shot. The last time, people are now destroying our history, distorting our history by saying, oh, in 2020, young people were violent. No. The young people took part in the protest, in the NSAS protest, gathered in different places. In a place like Lagos, they gathered in Alausa at the Secretariat. They also gathered at Lekki. And they were singing and discussing among themselves. People were giving them food. What happened was that the attack on the youth started in Alausa here when a notorious transporter in Lagos, a notorious union leader, sent his thugs to attack the unarmed youths in Alausa. They overpowered the thugs, but the police did not arrest or charge them. The same thing happened in Abuja, in Benin, in Port Harcourt and other places. And of course, until the government decided to unleash people you call hoodlums and thugs on the young people. When that did not work, the government sent troops, armed soldiers, to engage in killing of young people. In 1 week, about 99 people were killed in Lagos. I don't want to talk about Ogbomoso, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, and Benin, and other places where young people were shot at, where young people were killed. So the violence that characterized the end of the NSAS protest was instigated and fueled and sponsored by the government. This time around, I think the government is beginning to learn from the past. I mean, last year, the Nigerian Labour Congress wanted to have a protest in solidarity with ASU during the strike. Oh, he said, no, you cannot go on strike. Hoodlums might take over. And I drew the attention of the government to the relevant provision of the Police Establishment Act of 2020, Section 83, subsection 4, that during protest, the police shall provide adequate security for the protesters. That is the law. So what should be done, or what is expected, if there's going to be a protest and there's an announcement, is to ask the protesters, where do you want to gather, so that the police can surround the place and ensure that hoodlums, so-called, or thugs, normally employed by politicians, deployed by politicians during elections, will not take advantage of genuine protests in the country. And I think that is what the government should do now. Try and identify the organizers and collaborate with them to ensure that violence will not occur.
So let me get you to reason with some of the issues that have been raised. And those who...
Don't you worry. I have a throwback to show you. And it was from the Honey of Ife, who was also raising an alarm, pretending to be concerned. Please take the message and ignore the messenger, please, if you can.
We are the architect of our problems. We are. We just keep talking. We haven't faced that fact that we are the problem of this nation. All of us, let us tell ourselves the truth. Let's redesign the fundamental structure of this country. Devolution of powers. Why should we make the president of Nigeria, the governor, presidency so powerful? The EFCC chairman innocently said something here that he will go after the presidency, he will go after the judiciary, he will go after the legislative arm. I will be praying for you. I will be praying for you. I will pray and fast for you. Some people have been there before you. Let's be truthful. How did they end? They tried to do some certain things. Maybe they're listening to their leaders and their masters that put them there. I will pray for you. I mean it too. Yorubas will say we need to do more adversarial for you. It's not easy. He has spoken very, very wonderfully well that he wants to make a mark. But a lot of people will misread him that you, after putting you there, you want to go after us. When are we going to grow in this country? When? We all sit down and talk. There is problem in Nigeria. So corruption is everywhere. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Our leaders will so much be successful in private sector. They will gather lots and lots of hundreds of millions to go and do PR for them to get political appointment. What are they going to go and do when they get there? They will steal. That's what they will do, because the system has made that kind of portfolio and office to be very attractive. Let us make laws. Let us review our constitution and let us stop deceiving ourselves. It is very few impact our leaders can make. If we know that we cannot make much impact, we will keep talking. We will keep talking every year and things will continue to get worse. Because the population is growing very rapidly. An average Nigerian now is a 20-year-old. 20 years of age, between 18 and 20 years. That's the average Nigerian age now. So what are you going to tell those coming generation? If we continue, if we don't really look inwardly and change the structure. And the governors, if we don't do this, we are in trouble in Nigeria. We will continue to talk. You will continue to feed fat and continue to bring corruption to the table of our religious leaders. It's a problem. It's a bad culture. Let us change it and let us talk to ourselves. If we want this country to grow, let us go back to our local communities. Charity begins at home. Everything starts from somewhere. We cannot survive with what we have in Nigeria now. It's not possible. Anybody that says we will survive with it, let that person come out. It's a lie. Even if you are the genius of this world, it's not possible. Let us change the structure of this country. But if you say with what we have right now, the lie, it's a white lie. Nothing can change. If you are a leader, do what is just and right. You are a servant. Stop amassing wealth. What do you want to use it for? You want to continue oppressing people? Someday they will face you. We don't pray for that to happen in Nigeria. God bless our entire country, and God bless all of us, and God bless our...
Yes. Boko Haram, make them come more fight. If you not come more fight, we will not go come up for years. So make them come more fight, make it finish. Allahu Akbar. I think and I say and I get power. Make them come more fight. If we not fight, we will not go. If we not fight, we will not go. Allahu Akbar.
No more peaceful protests again now, because peaceful protests know they work. Yes, peaceful protests, you know they work. More turn out to one man, more enter so scatter everywhere. More shook, waiting no good. More no.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
See, I told you, there are so many things that we have seen Oni do that we believe all of this have brought disrepute to that stew. And as a proper Yorubas, right, it's a shame. And the majority, some of us we no longer look at him the same again. That's why I said, listen, okay, ignore the messenger. Everything we in here and there is part of them. Oh. You get them? Honey is part of them. I mean, honey. Man, we go. This what do you call it? This generation of Yorubas and others, right? They are not really falling for all those myths anymore. So you really have to earn. You really have to earn it before we can really kind of, hold it for you. So the honey of Ife, deliver the message there sincerely, and they'll come for you. The most interesting part for me was when he said, well, if you think we are just talking and talking, we keep talking and nothing will be, it's okay. But when they come for you, I just let the word be the judge. I spoke out to the honey. I'm talking about what happened in SARS. This one was in Abuja, if you remember. It's a flashback where the supposed Secret Service working for the senators used their official vehicle to go mobilize the thugs that they actually paid to go and attack peaceful protesters in Abuja. This video will everly remain golden.
People supporting the talk, see them. See talks, they go listen to. Talks going down see talks going down with them. See the security people. See them. They don't come back the talks, they don't come back the trucks. See them.
There were videos where police in Abuja, they were using their trucks to bring in thugs. And they camped them somewhere and they were paying them money. Police in their uniform with thugs. And then they told them to go. Now, go. And this one started stoning people protesting. Like you are protesting. NSAS. And from nowhere, you see another group of people. And they started stoning you from the behind. Why are you stoning us? Police, they are stoning us. Just to disrupt it. Then the next, the police will just come, shoot tear gas. Po. They know the thugs, okay? The thugs will be moving towards you. While you are running away from police shooting you, the thugs will be like, anybody where they meet, they will beat you, even kill you if they have to. Government that should provide law and order. That government is now the one, sponsoring violence and disorderliness. We've seen it happen many times, and they are the ones screaming right now, shouting about, oh, you want to burn Nigeria. Who want to burn Nigeria than these rogues? Who? I don't know if this happened before or after rats visited the National Assembly, the Senate. But this is now an exchange between Akpabiole and Bawandele over the time they should go for recess or not. They have been working so hard, they need to go on recess. Now, this exchanges happened between them this afternoon.
A short break to come back and reconsider the votes and proceedings of the Senate.
Well, Mr. President and very distinguished colleagues, let me most humbly and most respectfully, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Finance, apologize to both the President and our distinguished colleagues.
Distinguished Senate Leader, please let's proceed as directed by the Senate President. We move a motion for us to suspend other items on the paper and proceed on recess so that we can come back and consider what we have done here. Is that the view of the Senate?
Mr. President,
those in support of what the Senate President has said, can you say aye? Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please proceed as directed by the Senate. Don't go into that, please.
Mr. President, may I respectfully just request that you listen to the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance upon your ruling.
Distinguished colleagues, is it the view of the Senate that we go on recess to come back and consider the votes and proceedings? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Distinguished Senator Mongunu, can you move a motion in line with the Senate decision? Move a motion in line with the Senate decision, please. We go on a recess Move a motion in line with the Senate decision.
But this is your function now. Why should I do your function?
That we change.
Okay, Mr. President, distinguished senators. Huh?
Yes, proceed in line with the Senate decision.
It's for us to go on short recess.
Yes, Senator Olare.
Mr. President, he has not moved any motion to be seconded.
He has moved a motion.
No, sir, we don't need the motion. It's past 3. It's for you to just.
Okay. Distinguished colleagues, in line with the decision of the Senate leader, looking into our rules, this Senate is hereby adjourned till 4:30. Clerk, will 4:30 be appropriate, or do we look at 5? Huh? We will try. So the Senate is hereby adjourned to 4:30 p.m. To reconvene to look at the votes and proceedings of the day.
Nuisance, Lele.
Those are the people making decisions for Nigeria, Charade, the Nigerian Senate. I don't know if that happened before or after, but that happened. Ish. Meanwhile, to those of you in Nigeria dealing with high inflation, businessmen, businesswomen, the new announcement of the Central Bank of Nigeria is that they would have to increase the interest rate again. But this time around, it's just like 0.50%, in like from 30, it was actually 26.25. That's figure. 26.25 interest rate is now up to 26.25 rather, 26.25 to 26.75%. I was expecting this to come up in September, but they have kind of announced it in July. Maybe they get another one for you in September. That is if they will have the chance of making that announcement. Explaining that, to who care to listen. Oduduwa Emefiole, Kadobi, here, tell us the new interest rate. Because they say as inflation goes up, they will have to increase interest. Zimbabwe, here we come.
The committee's decisions on the rates. The committee's decisions are as follows. Raise the MPR by 50 basis points to 26.75% from 26.25%. From 26.75% from 26.25%. Adjusted the asymmetric corridor around the MPR from plus 100 to minus 300 to plus 500 to 100 basis points. Retain the cash reserve ratio of deposit money banks at 45% and merchant banks at 14%, and retain the liquidity ratio at 30%. Okay, now to your question, which is a very valid question, and I think you're probably referring to an earlier submission. I think it was probably at a business day seminar, I believe, where I said, and really I merely reiterated a position I've always held on to, and that is that as policymakers, indeed specifically as financial and economic policy makers, it is very important that we bear in mind the impact of our policies on the man on the street, on the average man on the street. And why did I say this? Because many times as people in finance, economics, some could be criticized for living in a bubble and being completely disconnected with what happens outside. And from my perspective as a policymaker, that is a failure. Ultimately, if we're doing all the things we're doing and we're not able to impact the man on the street, ultimately, then what do we really say we've been doing? And I think sometimes when people look at figures too often, they may lose track of that. And that is why I said what I said, that it is so important that we continue to bear that in mind, that our policies must ultimately impact the man on the street. I hear you about the issues you've referred to, Nancy, but I think to adequately address that, it may be important to cast our minds back, okay, and ask ourselves, how did we get to where we are today? Okay, how did we get to where we are today? How did we get to a position where the central bank is using the policies that you say you are wondering whether they are having their impact? Now, let's not forget that over a period of time, we've had an economy and have failed to diversify that economy. We would argue that the Nigerian economy has basically been a monolithic one in which we've more or less depended on one source of revenue. Now, of course, a monolithic economy has its own risks. And part of those risks, of course, is that if anything happens to your dependency, then the whole system gets shaken. And I guess in many respects, that's part of what we're going through. Part of it, it's not all, it's certainly part of it. Because let's not forget there are global headwinds as well. So it's part of it. And that going forward, we must ensure that we are able to craft policies that are sustainable, okay, and will bring a sustainable method of development for our people. There's no point in policies that are ad hoc and don't really take us to where we want to get to in the long term. Because in the business of policy crafting, we must have the long term in view. You don't have the long term in view, you end up paying for it later. So that's where I was coming from. And that such policies, of course, must take into consideration
nuisance lele.
Una don't enter am. I would have possibly allowed the video to continue, but I bet some of you are just because you have no idea what he's saying. That's exactly why he's your central bank governor. You don't have to understand what he's saying. You just have to feel it. And I bet a lot of you are feeling their monetary policies, right? Inflation is over 40% officially. Interest rate is nearly 27%. Okay, officially. Your import tariff as well, they have been increased 5 times this year alone. Your naira is falling. And Kadobi is still your central bank governor. If you have people who can explain better what it means to be under the people that have like F you up, seriously, that is the description. When these guys are done, not only that you won't understand what they are saying, you are likely not going to even understand yourself anymore. You won't. If you let them do what they intend to do, or if you let them complete what they are doing to you. Just so you know, just thought I should put that on the side. Here is what the Nigerian army did in Omama in Imo State yesterday, to the point that they were using bomb, right? They were detonating bombs. When I say bomb, maybe not big bomb, right? But you know that one that on top waiting. The reason why I'm showing you this video is just to show to you what it looks like the act of terrorism that Nigeria is actually carrying out in the eastern part of Nigeria by the Nigerian army, by the Nigerian DSS, Nigerian police, especially the army. War weapons, war weapons, bullets that they should be using at war. They are shooting them at civilian properties, civilian homes. Watch this.
All life on direct. Omega Amen. Amen.
Jesus. Não tem água. Não tinha quanto tempo. Não só obra. Não tinha essa obra. Jesus. Não tem gozo. Oh, this thing just happened now. No. Chineke na mo. Papa. Jesus. The gozo. Hey. Papa go for a war. Jesus Christ.
Nazareth.
The good thing for can sit at home. Jesus. So good. Jesus. Oh. Jesus. Hey. I don't want to sit at home. Good thing na phone. Que o barish, I'm barish. Hey. That's a woman.
Umelewu metrizun le gudi ha baga kan boku tota anwo ma anwo ni mo ha kan like this na nda chifu shichana ni mo ha lele dia baga kan boku umelewu metrizun ne pe anu wo ni mo ho ama wo ki ha na eme
Within ulo mana wona legode ulo mana boy legode dem ulo mana legode ulo mana kay yo kon legode henda ni na bo ay legode ay boy legode ulo get dem ulo ge boy ay boy legode tendem ulo ge boy den pe no na cheese ay look at le go do mana boy le kula tra hono ma para isa boy na chino ko everything na chino ko machine na chino ko jera to hono no ko le pendo to ko machine no ko life le go di le ko jena no ko everything
all life on that.
And according to them, they are looking for IPOB, they are looking for ESN, they are attacking people in their homes. They are using anti-aircraft ammunition. They are throwing in explosives into buildings. They are chasing people away from their communities simply because Hopeless Uzotingba wants a Ruga. He wants their land. Yeah, he collected over 10 billion naira from Bokwari. Remember, over 10 billion naira was given to him to provide land for the Fulanis in Imo State. They put together a team of criminals. They call them Ebubeagu. And their only job is to look around for anyone or everyone that identify with IPOB or whoever they don't like. Just say the IPOB. And the Nigerian military can come around and level the village. This is the silent massacre going on in eastern Nigeria that you read in the papers that they call unknown gunmen, unknown this and unknown that. There are other factors too. But why would the governor be comfortable that the Nigerian military, who actually issued them all these ammunitions, by the way, do they go back and give account and say, okay, we shot anti-aircraft bullets at civilians' homes, and this is the number of how many of them we fired at them? Like, do they give account of all these ammunitions? It is what Nigeria is, unfortunately, and it's almost not You know, what we are witnessing in Kenya today is already extended to Uganda. So I got a few snippets from there. I want to share with you. This is us now going back to Kampala, where Museveni is actually being challenged for real. I thought it was tomorrow, Wednesday, but no, they said today. Those young protesters took over the parliament, but they were not enough. And this happened. Oopsie, that's still pretty much like the one from Kenya. We've seen that before. Well, I'm going to go put that up again. Okay, something is really pretty much not adding up there. So I'll come back to that story, right? But here, a group of northern youth, they have come out to accuse their state governor, his name is Dauda. They accuse him of being the sponsor of terrorism. I want it to be on record. Okay, here, take a listen.
We are profoundly disturbed by the alarming deterioration of the security situation in Zamfara State since Governor Dauda Lawal assumed office. The state has witnessed a surge in attacks by bandits on every local government headquarters, with these criminal groups even forming factions and allegedly receiving protection, benefits, and favors from the governor. Their brazenness is exemplified by their calls for peaceful coexistence with law-abiding citizens, demonstrating a sense of impunity and comfort within the current administration. This poses a grave and unacceptable threat to the peace and stability of Zamfara State, unmistakably indicating that the governor has lost control of the state. On this note, the Citizens United Against Terrorism unequivocally demand that Governor Dauda Lawal provides a comprehensive explanation to the people of Zamfara State regarding the nature of his relationship with the bandits, which appears to be alarmingly cozy. We seek clarity on the concrete measures he is taking to address this escalating crisis and his failure to ensure adequate security for the citizens of Zamfara State. Governor Lawal's oath of office entails a solemn commitment to serve the people, work tirelessly for their benefit, and leave the state in a better condition than he inherited it. His mandate is not merely to indulge in the privileges of office, such as allowances, salary, state allocations, and ceremonial duties, but to provide visionary leadership and tangible results. The brazen audacity of the bandits in carrying out attacks on behalf of the governor suggests a disturbing level of complicity. His lack of decisive action against these criminal elements, causing insecurities within the state, raises serious questions about the extent of his affiliation with them and his commitment to eradicating banditry in Zamfara State. We would like to take this opportunity to commend the exemplary efforts of the former governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawali, in combating banditry during his tenure. His successful initiatives in this regard are a testament to his commitment to the safety and security of the people of Zamfara. It is therefore perplexing and deeply concerning to witness the surge in banditry under Governor Dauda Lawal's leadership, which has emboldened these criminal elements instead of eradicating them. The citizens of Zamfara State deserve the same fundamental rights as their counterparts in other states, including the right to peace, security, and a life free from fear. They have the right to raise their children in a safe and nurturing environment where they can grow and thrive without a constant threat of violence. Governor Lawal must be held accountable for his actions and provide the people of Zamfara with clear and concise answers regarding his handling of the banditry crisis. We, the Citizens United Against Terrorism, reiterate our demand for transparent and salient answers concerning the alleged involvement of the Minister of Defense and the former governor in sponsoring banditry in Zamfara State. We urge Governor Dauda Lawal to take immediate and decisive action to address the escalating banditry and restore peace to the state. Should he fail to do so, we call on him to step down humbly and allow a competent and capable leader to take his reins. one who prioritizes the safety and well-being of the people of Zamfara. The citizens of Zamfara deserve a leader who values their lives and properties, and will continue to demand answers and hold those in power accountable until we achieve the peace and security we so rightly desire. We are profound.
Do you get that now? The hand of Jacob, the voice of Esau. Have you know the voice of Esau, hand of Jacob? Matawale's group, Youth Against Terrorism. They are accusing the governor that came out just about a week ago that they arrested terrorists, bandits, and another came from Abuja that they should be released. They took them to court. They confessed to have killed people and committed this terrorism. But the judge had to let them go because there was another from Abuja, from Matawale, the man that turned his agrarian states to the terrorist den who were looking for gold and other mineral resources. They've killed farmers, turned their farms to minefield, where they are not mining field, right? Where they are now mining gold, mining this and mining that. The guy is now, lost his re-election. So the one that is there now is now a minister of state for defense in Abuja. And he just put his own team together a week later that he was accused of using his power in Abuja to free terrorists. He's put together a team that says, no, it is the governor. It is the governor that is a terrorist sponsor. Nigeria. Oh, good at Uganda. This afternoon, even yesterday, I played you a video, which was a warning that Museveni, the man that has been in power in Uganda for nearly 40 years, is angry that Ugandans are complaining about economic hardship and they were going to protest. So they wanted their parliament to act on, I don't know yet. So there was a national protest, national protest in Kampala. Uganda, that be Ogun State. Kampala, that be Abeokuta. And that should have been the capital of a country. And when the people who came out, nearly 40 years in power, 40 years like a king. Here you get now like a king in Saudi. And yet, 40 years, nothing really impressive in Uganda. But he's happy though. He's happy. He said Uganda is a small village that the world should stay away from. And as for those who are angry with his economic policies, right? They better don't play with fire. But they still dared him. They came out. I wish that Bobby Wine will kind of bring out his own. He has a lot of people. Now, that's the kind of way you can shut down a country, but Ugandans haven't really found a way around the Museveni. This is still happening. This happened today.
I'm just moving to work.
Did you have any placard with you?
Nothing.
And what are they telling you they're arresting you
for? I don't know. I have done nothing.
Where did they get you from?
Oh, just moving. Where you go? Because I was passing going to the other one. That's where I walked from. I just come that thing. They have. Then they also come to me. But I have done nothing, guys. I'm calling Mukwa innocent. What's your name? I'm calling Mukwa innocent. Yes. What have I done, guys? I have done typically nothing. Just moving there, then the guy called thingy up, then they go to me. Hey.
Anita must resign! Anita must resign!
I'm just moving to work.
Anita Among, I think, is their speaker. And I'm yet to really read much about her. Okay. Anita Among. And they want her to go. They are not coming for Museveni yet. They're coming for Anita and the parliament. So Occupy Parliament was the tag of their protests. And then they clamped down on them. See, everywhere we be like, somebody said, Kampala be like Damaturu. I think I'm putting them as you know, as bad as Ogun State is, right? I don't, okay, hang on, guys, hang on. Don't use Damaturu, okay? Because these guys are really have, if you go to the northern Nigeria, you will see possibly the best of the best road you can see when it comes to their state capitals. Okay, they may not build schools or build, okay, but they actually have, people say they have one of the best road networks in Nigeria. Not the best, though. I'm just saying that, you know, really quality road like that, right? So I'm person where they do Ogun State, go they look down on Damaturu and say, Damaturu, that bush. You are living in a slum, unfortunately, you know. You're living in a place whereby your life is being so shortened. So I can't even use that. I can't use Damaturu as Kampala, because Kampala is like more worse than Damaturu. Possibly better than Abeokuta. Let's be honest. Okay. But I don't understand why everywhere is so dusty. That's supposed to be your state capital, right? Kampala. We've heard about Kampala all my life. Current affairs, Africa. You begin to mention countries and capitals. Cameroon, Douala. I don't know if I still remember them though, right? But the way we kind of sang them when we were young, you have to be like that. Sierra Leone, Freetown, South Africa, Pretoria, something like that. Nigeria, Abuja, FCT. Say Ghana, Accra. How many of you did that? So yeah, you know, that's Kampala, Uganda, Kampala, Senegal, Dakar. Yeah, we had all of that current affairs when we were growing up though, right? I don't know if they still do that for the, today. But yeah, that's Uganda. That's where Museveni, the terror, is living like a king, treating his own people like slaves. And he's so confident that except he dies, Kampala remain his. Seriously. And it doesn't matter what happened to them economically. They can't change him. They can't choose otherwise. It has to be him. But in the country they are running, look at it. Unfortunate. It just reminded me of that time when Akpabiole was accused by the permanent secretary, I think, of the Ministry of Niger Delta, where she boldly came out and said that Akpabiole wanted her to sign some money. And guess what Akpabiole said when he went on TV? He's your speaker, Senate President in Nigeria today. He went on TV and then was talking about the woman's past husbands. Alaye, we are talking about over 400 billion naira here missing. And you are talking about what?
The last managing director that you mentioned, Joy Nunia, yeah. No matter the allegation, I wish that she would maybe go to a hospital, see a doctor, and then get maybe some injection and relax. People cannot be in offices.
Something wrong with her?
I'm not saying there's something wrong with her. I'm saying that there's something wrong with her temperament. Okay. Because you don't need to ask me. You can ask about 4 other husbands that she married. So I want to tell you what happened. And then you also need to bring all the former husbands. The last managing director.
So telling Natasha that Natasha, listen, this is not a nightclub. It's not the first time. Then he came back to apologize, but that's not an apology, right? It's not his first time. I think it's a general thing that when men have nothing to say to defend their misdeed, and their opposition is a woman, they just have to go to that route. Eh? Ask her why she's not married. Nobody wants to marry her because she has temperament. Oh, ask her why she's divorced. Ask her why this, ask her why that, and they will go straight into her private life because that makes them feel better and say, don't listen to her, Joe. Uma we no get husband. Oh, don't listen to her, Joe. Uma we don't divorce. Alaye, you the mad, 400 billion naira is missing. Waiting concern us if she's married or not. If she is divorced like 20 times, can business is Alaye money is missing. She accounts, or it is Nigeria. Okay, he got away with all of that money. Now he's kind of amassing even more as the Senate President of Nigeria. Pachi Tommy, this is just, you know that Onanuga also mentioned Pachi Tommy. That Pachi Tommy was among those who were planning to disrupt Nigeria. Pachi Tommy is now kind of saying that he's going to sue Onanuga 500 billion naira damages if Onanuga does not go on to go and withdraw that false statement. So he said he will sue him and we charge him for 500 billion. Onanuga has responded to both Obi and Patrick Utomi. Let's meet in courts. Game on. He said, let's meet in courts. No point in trying to sound anything. I will not apologize. So they insist in blaming Peter Obi, the obedient, as well as the IPOB, for anarchy that they are planning. Thiefnubu and his gang have already started paying people in Kano, another part of northern Nigeria. So please stand up and ensure that they form enough bigger force to make sure that the protest does not hold. Disrupt it so that we can tell the police to act. So, but they are accusing others of planning anarchy. And that is what Nigeria is. If you don't chase these rogues, by the time they are done, some of you will probably be refugees in Lomé, Nitogo. Or live out like that. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Again, so we are going to go on a short break before we take calls. My line will be opened in the next few minutes. However, today makes it 24 hours more to go before I actually have to close my fundraiser. I told you I am still like about £700 short. Thanks to those who responded yesterday. I haven't seen any response today yet. But thank you to those of you who are still considering it. There is a link or two links. One is for GoFundMe. Use that if you don't want to use the PayPal. Or use the PayPal. Every penny counts. Help me cover up the funding for the Yoruba Union portal that we are putting together. I would continue to plead with you. And I hope I get to meet the whole thing by this time tomorrow. Yeah, I'm still like a short of £700. That's a lot though, right? But it's up to us. So thank you. And also, if you probably wishes to be part of the Yoruba Union Summit in Glasgow next month, I advise you, please book your tickets. There is no Mugbomu Yao. Do you understand that you can't really just say, oh, Maiyegun, sorry, I live in Newcastle. I just thought Glasgow to Newcastle is just 2 hours. I could just drive down and be part of the summit. No, you can't. Please. Okay? So you would need to book a seat. You would need to book a place. Even if it's just going to be a day you want to be part of us or you want to be with us or 2 days. It's a 3 days event. Yeah. And if you really want to be physically there, please book a seat. I hope I see you there. So I'll be back and we can take calls. So thank you so much for your time. I will see you in a minute. Thank you. And please, I didn't say that earlier, because if you are not really going to stay with us longer, you're leaving, please try, like the broadcast, okay? Like it before you go. Take us to 1,000 on YouTube. We are over 1,006 or over 1,700 earlier. But we only have just about 600 of us so far who has paid their own offering. Please do. And I'm also going to be checking my fundraiser. So every penny added, I'm going to announce it. So when you are sending anything or donating anything through those links, right? Just add a message. This is for. Rebrand sent a donation a while back. And I actually thought it was going to be part of the fundraiser. No, she was. That Rebrand was actually donating towards, the people we raised fund for last week. 2 Templars here, a few others, right? So I had to take that out of the general donation, so I put it aside. That's why I need your help. 750 pounds will do the job. We've come so far. I've raised over 1,300. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to everyone. Yeah. Are you still there? Hello.
Yeah, hello, my good general. This is CA from Atlanta.
CA from Atlanta. That's you, man. So sorry, right? Thank you so much for your patience as well, okay? Please,
no problem. No,
everybody can hear you now.
It's a pleasure, man.
Yes,
Getting you is not easy, so when you have the chance, I don't mind waiting for 20, 30 minutes just to have my own.
It won't be that bad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can, okay? So thank you so much, man.
I don't know when we're going to get out of this problem, with this Nigerian problem. I don't know when we're going to get out of it. I don't know. I would say it's a country. That contraption is so disheartening. I don't want to be discouraged because
no doubt.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. You have your own life. You still think back home and see what is going on. It's just unbelievable. It's just crazy. Just crazy. And I don't understand these politicians. Someone will be talking and they'll be clapping. Someone will be saying nonsense and they're clapping.
Because they have to. These are the people they hire. Those are the people who are looking forward to benefit from them or benefiting. It's their job to make them feel good.
The same APC that was about protest. Now, they are the one against protest. You see how this life is. Life is a funny place.
It is, man.
You see, when you think you have everything you got, one day what you did will come back to haunt you.
I mean, that's why I said anybody who is joining them to try to say, I want to advise obedience, they are just hypocrites. Because we are all alive. These people were monsters.
They're idiots.
They were completely out of place. Even their respected confessor, Shoyinka, also threw caution and respect into the wind. They all went mad that time. Now they are all preaching.
Shoyinka was abusing President Jonathan. Abusing her directly.
Yeah, it was a thing. Now they are the ones who are now telling us to don't talk like that. Don't. You need to respect elders. Are you mad?
It was every week at Ojota. Every week at Ojota.
At the time, then now.
Tunde Bakare, the rest of everybody at Ojota. Now, they're silent. It's unbelievable. About this Hope Uzodinjo man of Imo State, how can the Nigerian army be doing this to people, innocent people in Imo State? And that guy will keep quiet. How can he be bombing houses, civilian houses?
And there's nobody looking into it.
Nobody said anything about it.
Nobody said about it. But they are easy to respond when they say unknown gunmen this, unknown gunmen that.
One soldier killed. Yes. When you hear that one soldier is killed, they say, oh, yes. They killed one soldier in Sibon and the villages. And they won't look at the Okuama case, that case. They won't say what happened today. We don't have what happened in that place.
You won't.
Everything's gone silent and it's over. No investigation, nothing. Even though we knew the army went there because of oil bunkering. The only news that so number of military men were killed, and that was the story.
And that's it.
This is sad, man. This I think they should do something about this Uzodinjo man, man. This man shouldn't go free. He shouldn't go suspect.
Yeah, then we take care of him. That's
This
why
should
we
be
need to
reported
keep
to the
all this record
ICC.
in public. We must not let
The
them bury
ICC
it.
should have a record of all this nonsense atrocities this man is committing.
We must keep them in
A
public.
man that never won an election, you never won an election, you came in and you are killing your people.
Yes.
I just don't know.
See you.
Maiyegun,
thank you.
When they say the man is a genius, Thiefnubu is a genius, that's what they mean. He's a crook.
He's a crook.
That's what they mean by being a genius.
Bless you.
He knows how to manipulate things. I can bet you, I told somebody, this man had planned this a long time ago. Everything was set. That he knew he was going to be president. They've set everything down long time. That's why he sent the wife to go to become a pastor and redeem. They planned this a long time ago. He knew he was going to have a Muslim ticket. So the defense was, my wife is a pastor.
But the point here is that whatever he's planning and the rest of that, he has it right now. What is he doing with it? You get what I mean? You can't be longing for something for so long. Now you have it.
There's no plan.
So what's the relevance? What's the importance?
There's no plan.
You know?
The plan is just to deceive the president and to loot the treasury, just like Buhari did. They have no plan.
Let me take another one.
Thank you, Maiyegun.
Thank
for all
you
you do. Yeah, thank you very much.
Good one, man. That's a CA from Atlanta, though, right? I have another caller as well. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm very well, thank you. This is Anthony from Austin, Texas.
Anthony from Austin.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes,
thank you for joining me, please.
Absolutely. How are you doing, my brother?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. And how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I've been trying to get through all this while, but it's been very difficult. And today I said it has to happen. I kept redialing, recalling. So,
and I think that's all it takes, right? If you try, you didn't get through and you give up, that's it. You have to start all over.
That's it.
That's
it.
We'll get
that's true. That's 100%. I agree with you.
Please.
Yes, sir. Anyway, first of all, let me talk about the Onanuga stuff. You know, they know the Nigerian situation. He doesn't care. Ordinarily, in a sane society, that allegation is weighty that he might not just only pay compensation, he might go to jail. But look at the way he responded. I meet you in court. Who owns the court? His paymaster owns the court. So that is what it is, unfortunately. But you know, what I just wanted to say is thank you very much for helping to popularize to the protest that is coming up. I don't really care about what is going on, any other thing going on in Nigeria right now. I don't care about what
we have to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because this is literally the last chance that the people can speak in that country.
That's right.
If they're able to shut us off in this upcoming protest, then that is it. So I am so excited about what's happening, and I thank you specially for helping to put it out there on a regular basis. Nigerians are energized, and I'm so proud of Africans in general. Look at Museveni of Uganda. That man is like King Jong-un of Africa.
Africa, honestly. Like
if young guys in Africa can brace up the threat he gave. He said whoever is coming out for that protest is playing with fire. Yes. And they all know who he is. Yes. If people can brace up to say whatever be the case, we are stepping out, then Africa is on the verge of total liberation. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And
I'll still show you the ones happening in Ghana. The Zimbabwe youths are also gearing up. The Ghanaian youth are gearing up as we speak. And so are other places too. As I lay my hands on them, I'm going to be bringing them here. The other thing, somebody was asking about Bangladesh. I said, "Oh, Benny, we are in Africa for now, okay?
Forget about it. Let them sort out themselves. Let us deal with our own problem.
Okay? We do not need, we do not need any sort of a motivation from Bangladesh. When we
don't even need from America. We don't need from Europe. We don't need from anywhere.
No.
Let us deal with African problem in the African way.
African way. Bless you, Anthony.
That is what it is. I don't care what's happening. I'm here. Election is coming up in the US. Everybody's talking. My friends will be writing message, Joe Biden has dropped out. I said, look, leave Americans with their problem.
You know,
I'm living here. I'm not from here. Even if I have their passport, I'm not from here. I'm only waiting for my country to be good, and I'll relocate.
I can figure out and find my way out of here, man.
That is it. That is it. So let me not hog the mic for too long. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you are doing.
Thank you too.
God bless you abundantly.
And you too, man. Take it easy. Okay, right. A good one, sir. That's Anthony, ladies and gentlemen, from Austin, not Houston. There's Houston, there's Austin. That's something about them in Texas. It's like a whole country on its own. Right. Give me a circle. I want to go refresh my fundraiser. This is what I've got there. Give me a sec. And thank you. Because I think we'll see. Thank you so much. Olamileko, Oladimeji Cornelius, Olumide Akinwumi, Oluyemisi Folukemam, and Ngozi Onwuka. Thank you to all of you who have actually, chipped in your great contributions there. They go a long way. They really, really go a long way. Thank you. Now let's go on. Here, hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
The general.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Dr. Babalola from Canada.
Oh, T Babalola Baba. How are you today, sir?
Yes, Baba. I'm good, sir. Right. Please, I want to start.
Yeah, go on.
I want to start my contribution with Bob Marley song, Redemption Song.
Please.
Old pirate, yes, they roll by. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minute after they took Iron Man from them bottomless pit. How long shall they kill our prophet while we stand aside and look? Some say it's a prophecy. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing redemption song? These songs of freedom for all I ever had. Redemption song. Baba, all of us in Africa has to sing the redemption song.
We do.
You are part of the, I usually say you are part of the prophets. The likes of Fela, the likes of Bob Marley, the likes of Lucky Dube, they've said this thing over and over again. The difference between you and them is you are the prophet of our time. To Africa. It's so unfortunate that most of the pastors, the imam that are supposed to play these roles, because of the greed for money, they are not doing it. In the biblical times, the purpose of prophet is to correct the leaders in the Bible.
That's right.
When David collected Uriah's wife and killed Uriah, they have to send a prophet to him to correct him. Same thing with Saul. But they've neglected all this because of money. So I just want to thank God for your life, Baba, and pray for you that you will continue to to go strong and go strong from strength to strength.
Amen, Baba T. Amen.
Sherry demonstration this protest this time around, I want to employ all Nigerian youth and people that are actually patriotic. Let them come out in full.
At least.
I went to University of Ado. I graduated 99, 2016 section. I read accountancy. In the January, I think it was January 17, 2000, we demonstrated in Ado. I was shot by police.
Oh my.
So it is not today. It is not today that they have been doing it, Baba.
So you are one of those who actually carries that scar, the scar of a struggle for a better Nigeria
of the struggle
was possible.
Yes, Baba. Me student, you know, my Ado Ekiti.
Wow. And looking
So
back today,
it is not.
Would you say it was worth it? How things later turned out for probably years after that and all that. Would you say it was worth it?
It's just like a wasteful scar, because if I had died, Nigeria is still going to be in the same mess that it is now. That is why all the people that they've killed in the name to make Nigeria great in protest, we cannot let them just die in vain.
Yeah, we
cannot.
Running away when they kill people is actually like it's a proof that when you die for nothing. People need to actually make that stop. Hold people responsible when they kill any of the protesters. Because, I mean, come on, man. What is the worth of it?
Left to me, what I will even suggest, if it is possible, before the protest, go to these people. You know their family in the community. Their father, their mother, their brother, their sister, their children. Carry them. Use them as human shield. If they are going to shoot, I want the money.
Yeah, but the problem is, Baba, the problem again here is this, right? We all know what they normally do. When things get to this stage, right? They will take the Yoruba officers, take them somewhere else, and bring the Fulani, Hausa, Kanuris officers, bring them to Yoruba land, take them to Igbo land, and then give them one directive. They don't speak your language, hardly. Would they even speak English? Have we not seen that many times? Because, like, Baba, how could somebody who lives in a community, they suddenly turn around and then a turn is gone on that same community and he will still continue to live in that community? Have you ever thought of that? Like,
it's true.
Because people know the policeman.
It's true.
I'm not saying the same thing about the policeman, no, because the policeman lives in the community. And during the NSAS, I remember some police station that mobilized their officers to go and kill people. And people actually identified them. Remember? What?
That's true. That's true. But in this time around, Baba, they have to be involved too. Their family has to be involved. By force, go into their house. Let all of us be on the street. Let all of us be on the street. Let the casualty be among their people.
As well.
Let it be the brother of a senator was shot during the protest. Let us start using them as the human shield, Baba. Since we can carry a gun and face the police, let us, if they want to shoot us, after using our tax money to buy the gun and the bullet, and you use the bullet to kill us again, you turn it on us, then it has to be all those people. I want bullet, not the innocent Nigerians. It's ridiculous.
Sad too.
It's ridiculous.
Baba, thank you so much, okay, for this take, right? We'll keep watching.
All right.
Nice one, okay? So that's Babati. I'll be calling him Babati or Tops. Calling him from Canada. There is so much at stake. And Thiefnubu knows. So so does the people themselves, I believe. Everybody knows where this could lead to. Not sure, but this could lead to somewhere that they will be totally out of control, and they hate it when they are not in control. And I love it when they are so scared that they don't have control. And the next thing is going to be the fear-mongering, the threats, the gaslighting, the blackmails, and the rest of that. So it just has to happen. It has to happen. It must happen. Right? So let's take this. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, this is Kalu from London.
Yeah, brother Kalu. Again. How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. You might need to mute the broadcast. I could see myself in the background, or you've moved to another room.
I think I've done that already now.
Great. So please, go ahead.
I would just say, with regards to the protest, yeah, my opinion, like I always tell people, is this is still my opinion. Please let nobody take it personal. Like, yeah. I think the protest has come so full circle to the point where there will be so much expected as usual, but less will be achieved. Not because
that lets down where you and I will be staring at that screen and expecting a video that will show crowd. Then we'll wait 10 o'clock, 11, 12, and it's just like, nah, it's not happening. You mean that, right? Like that kind of,
Yeah.
Or you mean in the long run that even if they come out, but eventually, like, what
I wouldn't. It's not the long run. It's the short run.
The first one, okay.
The short one, yeah.
Right.
The first thing that's going to happen here is, like I'll repeat this and over again. If this protest starts somewhere like Jos, Benue, Kogi, Nigeria will break up.
Right.
But if it starts somewhere like Lagos,
does it matter where it starts or where it actually really holds ground? Matters.
It's really important where it starts.
Oh. Okay.
Because now look at it this way now. If you are in government, you have to, it's like a chess game you're playing here. If you're in government, where are the three most strategic places you're going to protect? Your revenue, Niger Delta. Niger Delta, which is Port Harcourt,
right?
Abuja, and so
block,
what the protesters need to do, thank you, is to start with a place where before you can deploy, because they've already packed themselves. DSS, everybody's gone to those places.
Right
now, move the protest to a point where they have to move logistic all over Nigeria to come to the middle. As they are getting to the middle, the protest is now moving to Lagos because people in Lagos will have seen the videos.
Right.
Now, the army are caught unawares. The police are caught unaware.
And they will become
But the way it's going now, thank you, they become overstretched. And when it's overstretched now, you have the advantage.
Yes. You have to force them to the negotiation.
But the moment you start from Lagos, they've already deployed the damn barracks and everybody's already ready for them. You start from Abuja, DSS headquarters, everything is here. You get to places like Port Harcourt, there's already people waiting for you there. You start from places where the person doesn't expect you to stand. And they take it as very, very, it's like playing a chess. You put a pawn in front, the person playing the other side thinking, oh, let me just go take that pawn. You don't know that it's a trap. The moment they go there, it becomes difficult. It becomes like a wildfire. So that is how, if I'm part of the people planning this project, that's how I will have started it.
Man, you have no idea the amount of information you are passing to some people interested. Just keep talking, man. Just keep going.
Then as soon as that protest starts, and I notice, and I'll keep my eye down and listening to the people in the military background, how they are talking, I will make sure the protest kicking all over Western world. Every embassy is bombarded with protesters in front of it. So the people at home know that people in diaspora are in support.
That's right.
It becomes like a watch night. People going to night shift.
They said United Nations. You see that woman in the UN, right? That Amina Abubakar or something, right? She just advised them now that a protest is not good for Nigeria now. And guess what the Nigerian media reported? UN says protest is dangerous for Nigeria now. UN. And it was that woman, Amina.
Maiyegun, please don't listen to this. Ask yourself one question. Anybody that has said anything negative about this protest, look at their antecedent. Look at where their source of income. Look at where they are making all their money in the last 10, 20 years. You will find one thing in common. It's either government contracts or government privileges. Now, the only other option the government has is to shut down the internet. So I will suggest even the guys doing this protest should start preparing for VPN. Talk to Elon Musk to put his starlight above. What you do is the moment you start, Nigerians are good at one thing. I give it to them. We're good at copying. The moment that protest kicking in those places, all the way to Edo, those middle areas that people don't really value, that feel there's nothing there. Once you kick in there, everybody's coming to the center. Then you start protesting from the outside. Now the military are caught in between. Are you going to fight this way in the center, or are you going back to the outside of Lagos, Kano, Sokoto, Niger Delta? You're like, wait, we are now caught in the middle. Are we going to fight the people? Now they are now be stuck. Some of them will have to remove their uniform, going, wait, I don't think this is what I can.
Because by then the whole thing has spread enough that even some of them will begin to take off their uniform and join too.
Thank you. And the people doing this, and this within this process should be make sure that they have a regular update website where when you go, every village, every town, every local government that they are protesting is shown that this protest has reached here, protest has reached here, protest has reached here, protest has reached here. People will start panicking. Wait, this protest, I'm going to shoot somebody in Lekki. In my village, they're protesting. Now, thank you. You begin to put the fear of God into the people that have the gun. And that's where you disarm them. And the moment you disarm them, the people keep guiding them, will start walking away, saying, wait, you want me to shoot? They're already in my village.
I'm not shooting again. I mean,
it's similar to what happened.
What, right? In the process as well, we'll start seeing videos of uniform men taking them up and say, I'm not doing it again. And once you see one video, two video, that too will become a thing among them.
That is it. That is the end of it. The moment one senior captain or major take off his uniform, it's finished.
And you see it online and it goes viral, that's it.
That is it. Nigeria has broken up. Because nobody wants to form a coup. There is no room for coup because no ethnicity want to be the room for the coup. It's going to be a case of 1997 now. Everybody's watching. I don't want to be the one that did it. So everybody's back there now. Now the youth will now decide what they want to do. You will see that the airplanes that will be leaving Nigeria will be like in their 200s.
I know.
Like this is Nigeria that they're trying to sanction. Most of them will fly there. You will see them fly into the Nigeria Republic saying, come, I want to claim asylum now.
Please accept us. Yeah, please, just for a moment.
The bad thing is that Thiefnubu has broken down all the traditional rulers in Nigeria. Everything in Nigeria has been broken down. It's like, for example, I was listening to you this afternoon when somebody was talking about in the olden days, people used to send people to university, blah, blah, blah. Those things we are working because then the traditional rulers and the local people had control over their resources during the Republican system. Before we went to this military centralization.
Military system.
Even the village where I come from, people were, I still know some people that benefited from that system. The age grade system in the South is still there. But the problem is when you want to do that now, people are now thinking, wait, if I do it, it's no longer in benefit of the community, it's the benefit of that family that person comes from. Before, a child used to be a child of the community. Now is a child of the father and the mother. So they've gone to the point of decimating every principle we have. That is why you cannot longer see community come as a group and say we belong to this group, we want to do this, or even you want to set up a group event. It becomes difficult.
It becomes difficult. Huh? It does.
So that is just my contribution, but I hope they're able to make that work. If they make it work, fine. Then we shall see. That is it.
We shall see. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. Okay. Like all of us, okay, we will keep putting it out there. It is so important that it remains out there. And we continue to make people see reason why, even if you do not really like the approach, just give your support. You have nothing to lose. What do you really have to lose? By giving them the ball.
There's nothing to lose. It's just that we need to
respect. A lot of us will begin to give our endorsements after they
we need to. I've seen it. They need to start mattering people that die in Nigeria. People that died during NSAS. What has the people done for them apart from remembering them after 1 year?
They rewarded all their killers. That's what happened.
Yeah,
their killers
but the people that died
now roaming about and threatening us again.
Thank you. The people that died, where are they? Where are the family name? There should be a website where you have a record of people that died.
There is.
Where they are from. And when you keep it that way, you keep reminding people, these people die for your own good. When people take up to the street, they know that when I die, the people will remember me.
They will remember.
But the person that was former commissioner of police in Lagos is now IGP. The person that was Hondini or whatever his name, they're now promoting as IGP of Lagos. The people that kill people benefit, just like the Murtalas and the Bameyis, all of them benefited from the war. Thank you.
Who happened to be what do you call it? Who happened to be the son of one of the Murtalas men called Taiwo as well, right? The one that gave testimony at the NSAS panel in Lagos and said nobody was killed. They shot blank bullet, not real gun. Then when they presented evidence of all this and the people that died, they said, okay, yeah, maybe we did use some live ammunition. It was self-defense. That guy got promoted in the army. Very soon he's going to be a chief of staff or chief of army staff or something too.
That is exactly what we're saying.
I know. I remember that guy. The video.
But we as the general populace, we don't have a record of our own people that died. We're not keeping record of that. And when we start keeping record, we will start matching it side by side with their own record. So a child born after 2020 or 2020 when they had the last riot, in 20 years' time, will not remember. The same people, the about riot, nobody kept the record of it, just on paper. We don't know whose family even come out to risk their life to die in the Aba riot of 1947. Like all these things, and the people don't keep record. But the people that kill people keep record for themselves so that they can promote themselves into a position of higher authority to do more. And that is the problem we have as a black race and as Nigerians, to be honest with you.
It's a shame, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's just my contribution. Thank you very much for your time.
You've done well. Thanks a lot, okay? You have a good evening, man. So, it's another caller. I'm going to ask you to please hang in there for me for a second. I'm going to go back and plead with you. Who is in the temple this evening, okay? I just check now. Yeah, we've got over 700 of us who have actually paid their own offerings, right? Oh, come on, man. You know, let's assume that the 700 are those who have left, right? But to those who are still here and they really haven't really used that, please do, please. You know me, I like saying please all the time because sometimes they'll say, well, yeah, say please. I say, okay, yeah, please. Here is another caller. Hello there. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Wale from Wales.
Yeah, bro, Wale. So that's Walex from Wales again.
Wale from Wales. Yeah, Wale, definitely.
How are you doing, Baba?
Baba, we thank God, though. Nice, we thank God. And thanks for all you've been doing. You are the only one holding us up. Everybody in diaspora trying to send our mind back to what's going on back home. And I know some of us have the kind of mind we have concerns about what's going on back home, but there are many people over here and they thought maybe they don't cross over, nothing concerns them, but we and them, now they bring all of us. And I used to push the program around so that people will get educated, because all we need right now is education. And by the end of the day, all of us, we are put into the fight and we get things done. And we start building our home ground again. But
thank you, man.
Everybody have said everything right, and your program is always excellent. But I think one thing I'm going to beg, you can do everything.
No.
But maybe people on this platform, one thing I know nowadays is like visual messages do help. Maybe anybody in this platform that knows how to draw or bring some images, send to you, and we can download it, put it on our Facebook, put it on our status, hashtag protest must go on, hashtag we must fight, hashtag. That will really help, because when people say things,
don't bow.
Don't bow. We need people. We need people. Yeah, we need people that have got brains of artistic images and words. They'll put words to it, but if they send it to you, and we'll go through your WhatsApp or your Facebook, we'll just download it to our smartphone. We'll start pasting it. Let's push this war. We are not there. We can't fight. But our mind, our soul, and our small money, anything we can do, let's use it to push this progress. Yeah, because this is another opportunity to push out the bad people in our home country. So I'm applauding to you. I don't know, maybe you are going to put it out there. Maybe people should send it to you or whatever, but
you have actually said it already. All I have to do is to continue to amplify that, okay?
Yeah.
Or if I come across stuff like that as well, because there could be people doing it already, okay? If I come across them, all I have to do is just bring them on and share them with
one thing I know, video and images do move fastly. Send them messages. When people say they will like it,
and
funny things, funny words,
shorter enough as well.
Yeah,
they do move. You're right.
They do move. So if we do this, we are doing our own part, little part, to push this, to push this revolution to happen.
Bless you, man. That's some brilliant ideas. So that's every little thing, right?
This is not even little. It moves, because
I know. I'm not saying that it might look so little, but once it's out there, it's always going to be bigger than what it seems.
different images with different words. We abroad, we in UK, in Cambodia, because I know there are many people all over the world in this program. We in Cambodia support this thing. We're tired. We're not sending money. We're suffering too because we are not enjoying as well.
No.
I did a business to Nigeria between now and last year. What I'm supposed to make money, I lost everything. I don't even do anything right now. I'm doing my business to Uganda and everywhere right now, and I'm making my small coin. It's better. If you do any business on that, you're wasting your time. You can't make profit.
So all of us complaining. I'm talking about people who are running their own thing. They don't have anything to do with politics or anything at all. Like everyone is complaining and lamenting.
Everything is eating all of us.
But they just all have a way of trying to. You know, our problem is that a lot of us have this business, and we also have that business, and we also have that something there. So when this one is almost like a gun, we use this to kind of keep it afloat until we can no longer.
Exactly.
A lot of people are complaining.
We have goods.
Honestly,
we have goods to send back home so that we will make money, and we send it to some people back home. They will make small money. Right now, you're wasting your time if you're doing any transaction to Nigeria.
See,
it's waste of time. You can never make the money.
Take a look at their tariff that they continue to increase and increase.
Yes,
imagine how many businesses that one has already shut down, but they are not paying attention, are they?
No, at all. So it's in Kotoba, no. It's everybody. Everybody, we need to fight this fight. These little things, guys that knows about graphic things that could put words. Let's send it. Some people change the word. Let's make it more flat. Let's post it. With social media, we will push the people back home to realize we need to fight this fight. Not they need to fight. All of us need to fight this fight. I don't want to take your time. Thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you too, man. Thanks for
thank you.
Because a lot of us don't know that. So all this information and all these experiences that we share, right? They are part and parcel of what make this platform so epic, you know. There's a lot of people believe that it's not just Maiyegun talk. There are others, right? And people like yourself makes it even more special. So
thank you, Baba.
You have a good day, Alex. That's it. Wale from Wales. Guess what? If I have two Wales that are living in Wales, I can just say Wales or Wales. Wales living in Wales. Wales living in Wales. Quite classy. Anyway, thank you so much for that. Walex, here is another caller on the line. Hello. Did I get you? Okay, now that's it. You see, there's something about when you think you've been connected and you see connecting. WhatsApp is so crazy, right? You see connecting, and then you hang it here. It never connects. Is that connected? Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. I can hear you, Baba. Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. That's Prince Jejeman, right?
Yes, Baba. This is Prince Jejeman representing IPOB for life.
Bless you, man. Thank you.
Baba, I'm happy to be around again. Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough for your boldness, for your consistency.
Thank you.
God bless you, Baba.
And you too, man. Thank you so much, Prince.
Baba, while I'm calling tonight in the afternoon, I was a bit busy, but I was listening to the program. Okay. I heard you when you were calculating or mentioning the billions upon billions, the one they use in building, the one they use in going for Mecca was
90 billion.
How much? 90 billion.
I still get the
Then they
because I have to write it down. And when I wrote it down, I was like, oh, this one are crazy, right? Nigeria is really poor indeed. Yeah, Nigeria is a poor country. 21 billion for house, 374 billion for National Assembly. I see. Got cars with 58 billion, 44 billion for the judiciary, the judges. Here is another one, 10 billion for Gbajabia Mole, 45 billion for Ribadu, 16 billion for traveling, 12 billion for first lady, 90 billion for March, 900 billion per month for subsidy, 5 billion for yacht, 150 billion for plane, 70K for minimum wage.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. You know why I record that back, Baba. You see, I want us to do a little mathematics tonight. Okay, for our people, especially those that want to go and protest, so that they will know why, the reason why they are protesting, not where you are there. Say, why, what are they say that they do protest. Now I come here. You should know the reason why you are going out. You see, Baba, 1,000 million make 1 billion. Abi, Baba? No be so?
That's right.
1,000, yeah.
I want to tell you, right?
Yes, I want to tell you that 100 million into 10, that is 1,000. That makes 1 billion. With 100 million naira, even as of today, the way the economy is bad, you can build a duplex. You can build a duplex from beginning. For those who don't understand what is duplex, 1-story building, you can build it and furnish it. Baba, are you listening to me?
I'm with you.
Okay, that's 100 million. How many duplex will it produce? How many duplex will it produce inside the 1 billion?
Just 10.
It will give you 10. All right. So 10 times 21 billion. That's what they use in building one a house
10
for
times 21 gives you 210.
210 building. That's what they use in building one building for vice president. Who is a known Boko Haram sympathizer? Okay, confirm. That the person they are telling us Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram, they use Nigeria money, 210 billion. That will build 210
21 billion that will build at least 210 houses, mansions at the cost of 100 million per one.
210. This will build. There's 21 billion that they use in building one house for Boko Haram sympathizer. We build 210 duplex mansion for at least for people to live. Are you getting me? That's what they use. You see the kind of abomination they are committing in that Aso. This is for one person, Maiyegun, and people are dying. They cannot pay 250 for one person minimum wage. They cannot pay. That's why Nigeria, when he had be like coconut, went there and collect his own national cake
his
and
own
came. People are watching him now. The day of protest is coming. Then he will come explain how he take go negotiate 70,000 for Nigerian workers that can 70,000 that cannot even feed you up to 2 weeks. Then you go and collect it for them for 1 month. Time will come, everybody will give account because judgment day is coming.
It is.
So Maiyegun, I just want to do this little calculation so that the people who are going to have to protest, we know the damage they are doing to their lives. See how they destroy education, see how they destroy anything that will even make you alive have a meaning. No road, people are dying on the road every day, and they are signing billions upon billions.
From God.
The 4 refinery is not working there, but the people are working there every day. They are paying them billions of naira.
Billions. You are paying billions of naira salary to workers of refineries that are not working. They are appointing people. They are even employing more, giving appointment to themselves, and they are spending over 100 billion a year to pay the salary of the workers in Kaduna refinery. They are paying about 44 billion a year. In Warri refinery, they are paying about 60 billion naira as salaries of workers, and the refinery is not a worker.
It's not working, though. And mind you, Maiyegun, who is the Minister of Petroleum, is it not Jagabandi? Eh? And
Yes,
that sector is not working, no. Eh?
You know
Maiyegun,
something, as the whole Nigerians say they won't go protest. Akpabiole and his gang, National Assembly, they have declared 7 weeks recess. They don't run away. They know they come back.
They won't run away now.
They
want
they
to see how
come back
the thing
until
go
everything
be.
is
Maiyegun, our people should brace up. Oh. Eh? The people should brace up. If in a water, you go still drink. If not Gary, you go still drink. Drink am, but make you fight. Fight for your life. Fight for your life. It's a fight for your life. These people, they don't kill everybody. God bless you, Baba.
And you
God
too.
bless you.
It's a pleasure talking to you again. Okay, you have a good one. I have another caller. I also have a bit of an update too. Okay, so I just check my. Hang on, no. Let me check it again. Right. Don't worry, I don't have any news. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening. Fine. Look, I did make my contribution about a couple of times already.
Thank you, Baba.
I did about yesterday and.
I'm talking to those who are still looking at me like tomorrow, and I don't mind. I'm just reminding people, though, right, Baba? You fire on the conversation, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to. Well, so far so good. But I'm not very optimistic about. I'm a bit skeptic about this.
And why is that? Is that something? Is there something you know? I mean, you've heard, or you're just? It's from the past experience, is that?
Yeah, it's just from the past experience. You know, when people lack when people lack education, you see, especially in Nigeria, we've got too much people who have never been to school, who doesn't understand the
weaponized illiteracy.
So, and then all this the way we normally, our elders, our parents normally talk to us, know the son of whom you are, and this kind of talks that make us to believe that we shouldn't go beyond our boundary, that we should know, and maybe that would be something to consider for us. That those are one of the factors that I think that the outcome of, or the outcome of this protest.
But right. Okay.
Let's just finger crossed. I know the first guy that first called, he made a valid point, saying that people need to strategize, but the people who have to strategize have to be people at least who have been to at least secondary school, who know how to read and write, who understand a bit of tactic. So, and Nigeria is not the case, and now we are even they are even making the population to be even more unlearned, that they don't, so that's.
So we shouldn't realize that they will take advantage of people's lack of exposure, poor education, lack of it entirely, to get all of them to either not participate or just be disruptors. That too.
I honestly 100%. I want this to happen. Yes, I want it to happen, but I'm a bit reluctant as well, because we shouldn't say too much when nothing is happening yet. Now that they have the government, they know the weak points of the people. They know that, okay, when food is there, when they provide some food, people will relax. They will quickly forget what is happening.
It's always okay.
And then,
even though some people condemn that, they're like, no, don't go and do protests where you are going to be dancing, singing, and eating food. I know that's not, well, I don't even know which of them these advices we should take, right? But with the state of what is going on in Nigeria, it's not a bad idea if food is provided.
To be honest,
you know what I mean?
Yes, if I'm truly skilled enough to get these comical characters on, how to set up all this kind of thing on the website, try to make some animation, make it comical, and and passing this information that, look, this is the benefits if you do this. If you don't do it, this is what is going to happen. On the long run, you will be more deep into poverty. Yes, so it's a long way, and we have Nigeria.
My own feeling, right? I have seen things too, and I should be skeptical, but I've seen great stuff that makes me feel confident, right? That this is going to happen, and it's going to happen in a very big way. Okay.
I want it to happen.
It is, yeah, I know it's going to happen. But my own my own worry is that I want it to last. I want it to be different. I want it to have a result. Sure, you get. I want people to see the effect of what they are going to demand for. So I do not want this to be another means of just another missed opportunity kind of you get. So I really wish it works. I don't think it will, but I'm not sure if it's probably just going to.
If youth can understand that number is powerful, because the amount of the police we have in Nigeria and the army is not even up to 1 million, right? If you look at it, and half of them, they are somewhere in the big madam or big boss kitchen. So that's why they were a bit more, they tend to tackle situation before it happens. All these are our forces. They will start putting on their new uniform, make it look as if they are really, they are
show of force.
Yes. So
nonsense,
yes. So this knowledge has to be, let people understand this. That look, there's nothing. It's a facade. There's nothing behind it. All we need is the numbers matters, and the amount of places that is not governed in Nigeria is far greater than places that is actually being where there's a sign of government. In Nigeria, it's so vast that most of the places you won't even know is there any government ruling this country apart from the capital cities, in every each state, which we know that okay, there's government.
Just be like, man, this can't
there's nothing.
Like this is not real.
So that's my bit for today, but I just wish that
I know. Those who are gonna pick one or two things from what you have actually shared, they have already.
I'm not able to say much, but I hope that will be
don't worry.
enough.
You said your own. It's just like what we do every night. Sometimes we all need to know that the effect of what we have done or say may not be something you're going to be aware of in a couple of days to come, but you are going to see it manifest, and you'll be like, "Oh, I suggested that." I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You are listening.
Yeah.
Okay. And indeed, they are preparing to. You have a good one. Okay. Let me take another one. Thank you. So I have another donor on the GoFundMe. You see the GoFundMe, you can see that yourself. The link is there. Even if you're not donating, you can see all the donors. Okay. I've got Ogechi. Thank you, ma'am, for that. For your generosity. Okay. Give me a second. Good. So that link is still there in the comment. If you've missed it, right, I can repost it for you. I actually had it pinned on YouTube. It's pinned up there. On Facebook, it's also pinned. Please use it, okay? So far, so good. I think my fundraiser has reduced now to about 600, okay? 650 or so, right? So I still have about 650 pounds to 700 pounds to go. No, 650. So thank you, please. Hang on. Also, like I said, when it comes to the Yoruba Union Summit that is going to take place next month, 23rd of August to the 25th of August, where we have the members of the union, the Yorubas from all over the world, already booked a place, booked a space. You can book one too, right? Use the link in the comments if you haven't already. Please check it out. Nice. I do have another caller. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. How is it going?
I am very well, oh man. How are you doing yourself?
I'm good. Thanks for everything that you do.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Please.
So Maiyegun, I'm just calling regarding the protest. I think I will urge every Nigeria, all of us that are here, if you know anyone that is in the police, in the military, in the service, I think you should call them and tell them that on the day of the protest, they should stand aside and not shoot anyone. I think that's a very important message for we to be passing on to the people that we know that are in the police.
Friends or family. That's good.
Yes.
Whether they are going
yes, friends or family.
Open ball game, but psychologically say it to them, just so they know you are interested in what is going on.
Exactly. Yeah, so I personally have passed my message on to the people that I know that are in the forces in Nigeria, and I've made it clear to them that on the day of the protest, you should stand aside because everyone is complaining. Even themselves, they are complaining that the country is in a mess. You know, people are suffering, people are hungry. They can't buy anything. The inflation is crazy. My mom is currently here in the UK, and my sister from Nigeria keeps calling her that things are ridiculously expensive, that you go to the market today, tomorrow we go back, the prices has gone up. That the thing is completely, it's gone out of hand. That is crazy. So I suppose that's a little message to be passed on so that people can, call people that you know that are in the forces. They might not take it seriously or they might just dismiss it, but at least you've done something, and you sowed the seed in their mind.
I mean, in fact, you know something about that as well is that you will be surprised at how effective that your phone call will be on them. You try it, try it first. So I encourage people to do so, right? Because
I've done that already. Like I said, I know people that are in the forces in Nigeria.
I'm talking to our audience now, like you are doing same, right? Say, please, so if you are watching this video, you may not know how effective that phone call will be when you pick up your phone and call that your friend or that your brother or your sister and say, hello, I have something to say to you. What is it like?
Yeah, exactly.
In your barrack or in your place there when it comes to this upcoming protest? And then you talk to them and say, listen, do what you can. Please do not be part of those who are going to go and attack those people. Talk to your colleagues as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then that message just keeps going around. Yeah. And then secondly, like Maiyegun, I always pay attention to the numbers. Like I look at the data behind anything. So I'm going to talk about this Dangote refinery. I know people always throw their arms when they hear about Dangote, talk about monopoly and all that stuff. But if you look at the numbers behind this Dangote refinery, this is the one project that I believe can move Nigeria to the next level. And we, I think, as Nigerians, should be screaming to make sure this Dangote refinery works. What I mean it works is like, if you imagine, according to the data that NBC normally release, apparently they spend about $2.4 billion importing finished product. I mean, I'm talking about finished crude into Nigeria, like petrol, diesel, and all that, into Nigeria. $2.4 billion a month. Yeah, in a year, that is $29 billion. Do you know what that would do for the Nigerian economy, Maiyegun? Just think about that $29 billion.
Forex, that's massive. And before you
massive
sell so much to even access such a forex as well, man.
Yeah. So imagine if you split that money into like 9 different parts. So you split it into that 29 billion. If you split it into 9 different parts, you will still have some few change left. So you get about $33 billion. Imagine if Nigeria spent $3 billion on security, that will give them about 250,000 new like either police or trained guards that can reduce this issue of insecurity. And that money can even pay for them for 10 years. They can pay the salary for 10 years at $100 a month. You know, so that's massive. And then you look at that, you invest $3 billion in education, $3 billion in healthcare.
You know what that means? If you genuinely spend $3 billion on it in Nigeria, do you know what that means?
Yes,
what they do.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm just looking at, if you look at the sector, $3 billion in education, $3 billion in healthcare, $3 billion in critical infrastructure, $3 billion in improving our electricity, $3 billion in improving mechanized farming, $3 billion in building technical schools for the youth so that they can be equipped and learn skills that can grow, make the country grow, $3 billion to build houses for the Nigerian people, housing for people, and then $3 billion to give to innovators, people that can come up with ideas that can grow the country's economy. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that would do for Nigerian economy, Maiyegun? But I don't know why these people
now can only imagine because
but I don't know why these people
that just reminds me of what Nigerians are actually losing. Criminals, man. And what
it's crazy. Yes. So I think we should always look at the numbers behind anything. So like what I said, I've done like just a little breakdown, but I've not even gone in detail because I can actually splash that and tell you what each those $3 billion, what they can provide for the economy.
Yes.
And that is massive. That can grow the Nigerian economy massively, and people will not be talking about poverty. But I don't know that these people that are in power, I don't understand what is their aim.
Conveniently, right? They will comfortably sign papers that says we are spending over 2 to 3 trillion naira on just luxury for ourselves without blinking. Then when it comes to investing in Nigeria or Nigerians, they begin to find reasons why it's not going to be that easy. It's never that easy, and therefore, since it is not going to be easy to do it, they would rather not just do it. Just move on like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Maiyegun, what I don't understand is like sometimes I think about what will make a Nigerian leader not to do these things. Either they really, really hate the country and their people, or either they've completely lost their mind. Because at the end of the day, if you invest in your people, you will end up making more money.
God bless
you.
I thought because I'm not an accountant, a professional one, that I shouldn't probably be saying that with confidence in public. I said these guys have no brains. You see, if they are able to actually build their economy, invest all this stolen money in Nigeria, right? Not only that they will become richer, and not because they will strategically be managing these things, right? And they can make clean money. The country, the citizens can live good and standard life, right? So if you steal this money and you take them out, you are not even making real money. You're just stealing whatever is available, right? And to yourself, you are making money. That's not it. So they are not.
Yeah, but you know the starting as well, Maiyegun. Yes, sir. That's why I always tell them, like, when I've been fitted a bit to Nigeria, I say Nigeria lack critical thinking. Most Nigerians lack critical thinking because you understand that if everyone is doing much better, one, you will not need more security to be going around with you. You don't need 100 mobile police officers to follow you because you're most likely to nobody will attack you because everyone is busy doing their own thing, making a difference.
They are busy with their lives and all that.
Their life, exactly. So I don't know. These people I like. There's a lot going on, and I'll end with this, Maiyegun. I think if Dangote is really serious and they are fighting him about this, he knows what to do. He should roll out $1 million or $2 million to sponsor the protests, and let's see what will happen.
They should stop all complaining, lamenting. In America, right? Billionaires who knows that their businesses is coming under attack, the way they feel, they will never keep quiet on whoever is probably in charge of their country. In
America exactly,
today,
just not just going to the press.
And in America,
not just going to the press to be complaining.
The billionaires, they are either Republican or Democrats, and they are not hiding it. They are saying it publicly because their life depends on it.
Exactly. So if Dangote is serious about it, he wants this refinery to work, let him sponsor the protests. I know he can't come out and say that directly, but he can do it via proxy. Right? Let him bring $2 million for this protest, and then he sits back and say, well, what will happen to Kalu? It doesn't. Nobody will tell Kalu that there's fire on the mountain. Nobody. You know? Nobody. But I think the Nigerian people must force these people to rethink about the country and try and look after the Nigerian people. That's all I have to say, Maiyegun. Thank you.
I mean, people should not say nothing will happen. They will not do anything. It's because you are not doing anything. If you do something, you can make them do a lot.
Yes, exactly.
God bless you.
Maiyegun, thank you. I appreciate you taking my call. Thank you.
God bless you, man. Thanks so much for adding that perspective to the gist as well. Okay, you have a wonderful
night. Yeah, thank you too. There, thank you, Maiyegun.
Man. Bye bye. So we have right. We have I think 10 minutes to go. Okay, I'm not sure it's up to that. Okay, but I can possibly still pull it off. I'm gonna say thank you to my donors, okay? Because we're already rounding it up quick. I mean, slowly. First thing first. Right. Again, I've not got any news. So I'm just going to take this. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, Princess Balogun, how are you?
Yeah, Baba. I'm fine, you?
I'm very well too. Surviving.
Good evening to everyone. Maiyegun.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I had this eye opener this morning. You know, I made pap for the kids. Yeah, and akara in the morning. They are on holiday at the moment, and today's Adnan's birthday, so I just needed to cook for them, you know, not leaving it to the nanny to do anything. So they were expecting me to use the powdered milk at home. But I told them, no, go and buy evaporated milk and all. So I gave them 2,000 naira. No, I gave them 1,000 something. The house help came back with 3 crowns milk, Maiyegun. Your coin is 800 naira. Yeah.
3 crowns milk.
Yes. So just one. That's evaporated 3 crowns milk.
Right?
It's still there. It's still there.
It's like the milk that if you know to get money, right, you can buy that.
Exactly. That's what you buy.
Right. 800 naira per
He came back 3. Yes. Sorry, Maiyegun, I could not eat since morning ago. Everywhere I went to today, every restaurant, I had to start giving tips.
Right.
Because if a tin of milk that used to be, I think, 120 naira, is now 800 naira. That means people cannot put food. A child cannot use 1,000 naira to eat and be contented with whatever it is that you might have given to them. Oúnjẹ ò lọ lẹ́nu mi látàárọ̀. But because we used to buy these things in bulk, I didn't know that it has been that expensive. Yes.
Okay.
You know, I didn't know that it has been that expensive. Me or more. So whatever it is that is holding people down, that didn't make them revolt all along. Nigerians are the strongest set of people living on this planet Earth. Because how much are people being paid?
Are you sure that
how much are people being paid?
Just like understanding people.
They
understand.
No.
No. Maybe they've been cloned. Maybe there's something in the hair that they breathe in and it's suppressing whatever it is, whatever anger. Because I think people should be on. Yes, people should be on the streets, and if they fire at them, Maiyegun all die now. They're supposed to make this thing be like
Well, it's about to be so.
Like, because I went to a restaurant. I took Adna to a restaurant today. I gave tips out. The person that was clearing table, I gave money. The person that served, I gave money. Because I don't know how these people come out every day to come to work and work for people and, see. And the Dangote issue, it is because it is Dangote. Dangote is not being able to monopolize. When it was cement period, did Dangote come out to cry foul? No. So there, and I tell you today, Maiyegun, the same day Nigeria gave $2 billion, to Dangote, was the same day refinery with the same capacity in America was sold for the same amount that Dangote was paid 20% for in Nigeria. That is the exact capacity of, Dangote's refinery was sold in the US for $2 billion. And that same capacity of refinery, was paid 20%. That was what federal government paid, 22 billion. They paid 20% of Dangote's refinery. So they are all feeling the heat. If Dangote is coming out to cry, let Dangote cry shege. Nigerians are crying blood. We are not just seeing it. I noticed it today and I felt very, very, very bad. So if we really have to go out and protest and get things straight and get things right and do a total overhauling, Maiyegun, it is needed. If after whatever it is we are going to do, let everybody go their separate ways. If I have a thief, the better. If I have a thief in my corner, I'll expose them. If we have to throw him in the fire, we will do it. We will do it conveniently. And running to Abuja with people, if you have to if I'm angry now and I have to go to Abuja right now, by the time I get delayed at the airport or at the bus station before getting to Abuja, I wouldn't really, really be angry like that. But if I'm not saying if a NEPA official, if Adelabu is living down my street, and he will have to go home in the night and there is no light here, you understand? Because they live amongst us. So these things should be done very fast. People are suffering. People will just start seeing people start dropping dead on the road very soon.
I saw a picture of a police officer that hung himself today. And I was like, why would you hang yourself when they give you gun?
Maiyegun, can you remember I said it last year that we will soon start seeing people start committing murder, start committing suicide. Sorry. I said it on this program last year. But Roy, I found out that it has been worse off.
It's happening.
It has been worse off. I didn't know that it has been that bad. Miliki Olokwe 800.
So if I want to buy the picnic right now in
Nigeria more. Surely Nigerian picnic, you get that for 1,000 naira.
Oh.
Peak milk evaporated. How many meal? Like 60 or 70 meal? No. We have never had it this bad.
Thank you so much.
We enter, you don't drown us.
Really? See, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay. Ekuroju, any MVP, most valuable people. If you are surviving in Nigeria, man, you'll be strong people. So God bless you, ma'am. Okay. Stay safe. So I've got more donors on my YouTube. I mean, no, on my Facebook. No. What the heck? Am I too tired? On the GoFundMe, I have, I have 2 more donors who have added to this. We have a Clement Olakunle. Thank you, sir. I've got Esther Oladosu. God bless you, ma'am. I appreciate that. So I have not gotten anything from elsewhere. So let me tell you how much I made donated tonight, okay? So we have, starting from, who's that again? Let's start from 6 hours ago. Olumide Akinwumi. Olamilekon, that's Olalekon Oladimeji. Bless you. Ogechi, ma'am. Thank you. Clement Olakunle, bless you. Esther Oladosu, right? And if you add all of this together, that's let's say 60 plus 80, 140 plus 30, 170 pounds. Thank you. See, I have managed to cut off 170 pounds from what I have been raising. So which means I am now somewhere around 550, right? 550 pounds. Tomorrow is another day. We go again tomorrow. God bless every donor. God bless where you kind of, bring this out from, okay? Thank you so much. And to my super chatters, you understand? Thank you for your generosity. To those who have also shared this broadcast, thank you too for your generosity. All of them are generous. So, and to everyone else, right? The Templars on this platform, tomorrow is another day, okay? Now that you know better, our slogan is that when you know better, please do better, all right? Be a different person that you want to see out there. You too. Good night, everyone. And you have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Allowed the two it's okay. It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. She off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people, make we Lord, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. MaiyegunDiary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. MaiyegunDiary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say MaiyegunDiary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don come, oh, yo, yo. MaiyegunDiary.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from tonight. It is Maiyegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. Please read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it to invite your friends and not so friendly friends. Tell them that Maiyegun today and don't forget to like it. Paul, who asked for more time. I heard you. I understand your pain. Give me more time. While his lieutenants continue to threaten Nigerians, read this, share it. Peter Obi as well is taking a legal action against Bekunde Onanuga, 70-year-old social media assistant to Thiefnubu, for linking him to the upcoming national or nationwide protest in Nigeria. There's going to be an eventful days ahead. Read this, share it. Atiku has added his own voice. He has thrown his own weight behind this nationwide protests. Arewa, Arewa, Arewa. They have insisted that there will be no going back. So much tonight. In the midst of all of this Rogbodion, the Central Bank of Nigeria has increased the interest rate again to fight inflation. Today, so good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you as you are tuning in, joining us tonight. It is Maiyegun Live. An update from what is going on in Nigeria, as well as a little bit of expose on those who are threatening you today, who they were before now. Nigerians are mobilizing, raising awareness on what is called the upcoming nationwide protests against bad governance in Nigeria. Hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. Those who used to be serial protesters, they are now those in government, and they have now criminalized protests. Today, Thiefnubu sent his Minister of Misinformation to go plead with you. You didn't elect